we got a guy in your neck of the woods out of Western Illinois coming on next.
We got a Leatherneck. Western Illinois quarterback Trenton Norvell up next on the 2017 College Gridiron Showcase preview show. How you doing? Presented by Halo Neuroscience. So here we are. I mean, your collegiate career is over with. I'm from Chicago, so I pay close attention to the FCS programs there in Illinois. So very familiar with you. Just looking back, how would you describe your Leatherneck career?
I mean, well, 7,900 yards passing, finished second in career pretty much throughout the whole school in every passing category, really. So it's one of those things that you can look at that stuff, but it's just one of those things that I guess is prestigious. But as far as my experience at the school, it was great.
And obviously we're going to be focusing on you, but I mean, talk about some of the players that you've been able to play with. I mean, Lance Lenore just finished a phenomenal career there, wide receiver. Last year, Nico Watson handed the ball off to him. I mean, what's it been like, Joey Borsellino? What's it been like playing with some of these guys?
Playing with like Lance and Joey, I mean, those guys came in with me, so just playing with those kind of guys were definitely good experiences, and we were always on a different type of chemistry level as far as like knowing where each other are going to be, just because we grew up, not with each other, but as far as playing in college. So definitely one of those things. It was good to have that type of chemistry, and we're always with each other in the summertime, just working on routes and different type of throws, really. So
always helps to have some playmakers around you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
How about your game? Prototypical size, big body guy, big arm. Scouts want to know, what are we going to see when we see you out there in Bedford? What can they expect?
You're definitely going to see the arm strength. I mean, obviously, like you said, prototypical size. But as far as commanding the game, especially with the new staff that came in, as far as going a little bit more of a pro-style offense, it definitely helped a little bit. Just as far as football IQ, I'd say, and just one of those things. I think a lot of people don't think I'm as mobile as what they think, but I definitely can get on the move. I'm not going to be doing read option. I don't expect to do that in the future.
Maybe surprise some folks, creating a little extra time, biding some time in the pocket, avoiding the rush.
Yeah, I mean, that too, pocket presence. I mean, accuracy. So, mainly thing like that. I'm a perfectionist, so I'm always trying to work on something in my game. So anything like that.
And have we decided where we're training leading up to the draft process? Are we still sorting that out, or how's that been for you? Because the agent decision, the training facilities, it's a big deal these days, and it's a complicated decision. How far are we along with that?
It's pretty final right now. Probably going to be Capital Sports Advisors for the agency, and I'll be training in Indianapolis.
Oh.
With Sparta, yeah.
Okay.
And then QB coach LeVar Johnson.
Oh, yeah. All right, nice. So you're going to get some of this weather, because this is Indianapolis weather right here. Yeah. We weren't expecting to see this, but, you have experience playing in the cold weather. NFL Northeast teams, they like that kind of quality, so kind of feel a little bit at home down here with the weather we're having in Bedford, right?
Yeah, being a kid from Florida, it's definitely, whenever you go to the Midwest or anything like that, or up north, the weather's different, but, I was home for winter break for a little bit, and I was playing golf with my dad. It was about 80-degree weather, so.
I don't think there's any Hollywood in you, because if you're from Florida and you're going up to Indy to train, I like that mentality. A lot of guys want to be in the sunshine out in California, down in Florida, soaking up the rays. And then they go get a tryout from the Patriots, and they're freezing their nuts off, and they ain't ready for that. I like that mentality.
The playoffs are played in the wintertime.
That's right. Right now, and there's some playoff games today. Is there any quarterbacks in the NFL that you like to watch or study at all?
Definitely Tom Brady. I feel like he's one of the best in the game.
Not a bad guy to watch.
Peyton Manning, and then Andrew Luck, those guys. And then as far as Drew Brees, as far as his quick release and the way he just kind of handles himself.
There's been 9 5,000-yard passers in the history of the NFL. I think Drew Brees has had like 4 or 5 of those seasons, so not another bad guy to look after.
Trenton, talk about just playing in the Missouri Valley. Some will say, it's the SEC of the FCS. I think it's hands down the toughest conference in the FCS. Year after year, they're always flushing out the most playoff teams, and even leaving some out. But just talk about playing in the Missouri Valley and how it's kind of helped you grow as a player, just playing that elite competition year in and year out.
North Dakota State being a 5-time national champion. I mean, like you said, I would say that it's the SEC of the FCS, really. I mean, we got another team going to the national championship in Youngstown State. As far as just playing against those teams, I'd say it's the same pretty much anywhere else if you were to go to FBS level. I mean, especially when we would play like Northwestern or Wisconsin or any of those guys. I felt we always had a pretty good jump on what they were going to give us as far as getting into the film room and stuff like that. I mean, we knew that those guys are the same size, really. So,
how about you take a look at the roster and you see a guy like Bart Houston, Tyler O'Connor, Power 5 Conference, Dane Evans from the AAC, and then a guy like yourself. Do you feel like there's a little bit of a chip on your shoulder to prove yourself? We had a couple other small school guys on here. Some guys say, I want to go prove myself. Other guys say it's not a big deal to me. Where do you sit on that?
I mean, I would definitely say there's a chip on my shoulder. I mean, even if I was an SEC quarterback, there'd be a chip on my shoulder. I mean, I'm trying to get to the same place all these guys are trying to get to. This is a job interview. It's one of those things where that's a mentality you got to take, and it's just one of those things where you got to go out and compete with, who you want to compete with. It doesn't matter if it's a D2, D3. I mean, the scouts are going to find you, coaches are going to find you.
No doubt about it.
It's one of those things you got to compete.
And are you going to be on social media leading up to the draft? Or are you a guy that's going to say goodbye to social media? What's your plans with that?
I'm not big on social media. I mean, I'll post every now and then on like Instagram or Facebook.
What's the handle? Let's hit the people out there.
Facebook, just Trenton Norvell, and then Instagram, so Trenton_Norvell5. So I don't have Twitter.
Keeping it simple. Keeping it simple. I like that.
I don't got Twitter, so.
All right, Trenton Norvell, Western Illinois. Final question. Last impression. I mean, what do you want to leave these scouts saying about the Western Illinois quarterback once January 11th rolls around and this event is all said and done?
Just that this guy's polished. He's got all the intangibles, everything that we're looking for, and one of those things he can come in and help our team out.
All right. Hey, Trenton, appreciate it. Best of luck. Looking forward to watching you this week.
Tyson, don't go far, buddy. All right, Trenton, we appreciate it, man. Looking forward to it. I'll see you out there on the field.
All right, have a good one.
All right, Trenton Norvell, quarterback, Western Illinois.
Got Tyson.